All right, everybody, this is Vic from V-Drive. Hope you're doing amazing today. Bringing it to you, the finest SUVs of North America within the GM lineup, which is 2025 Buick Enclave Sports Touring. Yes, you heard it right. They are actually coming out with the new redesign, which this is. And this is the loaded sports touring that you can find in the market. And I'm going to give you a full snapshot of what kind of features you have, the drive, the comfort, and all the new things that you're getting into this vehicle. First off, just looking at the vehicle, you have a different Buick design, right? In the older body style, it was a round Buick design. This one is, you have like the three triangle looking, right at the front of the vehicle. Look at the front grille. It looks really sharp, crisscross. It's sports touring, so obviously you'll have a sporty looking vehicle there with no chrome on the vehicle. Sports touring badge there, bottom sensors, radar, and behind this grille you have aero shutters that actually close and open up based on the temperature outside to keep your engine warm, right? That's the remote that you get with this vehicle, standard GM vehicle remote. And if I turn the unlock button on, you have the nice LED light there, and at the bottom you have projector lamps too, and as soon as you turn it on, they do a little bit of dance and they turn off. Nice design. This color is called Radiant Red Tint Coat. On the side right here you get these nice 20 inches aluminum brushed rims actually. Nice look, blacked out with the aluminum fade on it. Within the wheel well you have acoustic liner, which actually makes your vehicle really quiet. There are sensors all around the vehicle, even on the side. So if you have a cross traffic happening here, somebody's walking, of course the vehicle will be able to detect that and let you know that what's going on. Dual rotors at the front and at the back, what I mean by that is you can clearly see there are two paints that actually join together and there is space in between for better heat dissipation. And of course you want to slow down your vehicle as fast as you can, because who knows, maybe you're doing a Fast and Furious in your city with this mama SUV or a family SUV. But let me just show you the vehicle from all around. It's a nice design. Bottom skirts are black, red color, and so as this here is red. It's a nice design. So some of you, if you're red color fans, you're gonna love this thing. Look at the back of the vehicle here. You have two set of exhaust. There's a tow hitch behind my plate, right? And you can actually turn on your tailgate just by pressing the buttons here, and also when you come back to the vehicle here too. Plenty of space. These are your floor mats if you're wondering. There is a deeper pocket here where you can throw your extra stuff if you would like to. You do have a block heater cord there too, which turns on only when the temperature is -16. Thermosensitive cord, this specific area. This sports touring is preloaded. That's why you do have your power buttons for both second and third row. Obviously middle row are quite far back, so these ones won't go down, but I'm going to lift them up, and if I'll press these buttons, the bottom row goes down just like this, right? So it looks pretty neat. Towing capacity is right around 5,500, which is pretty cool for a Buick Enclave. And if you are a family of 7 people, you can fit in all the people there, and along with that you can do towing there too, right? Let me talk about the engine, then we'll get into the interior real quick. By the way, I'm really excited to talk about the interior, but let's get into the engine real quick first. All right, so here it is. This is the engine that you get with this vehicle. This is 2.5 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, right? That's the same engine that GM used in Chevy Traverse, GMC Acadia, and so as the Buick Enclave. Now, in the previous body style, it was a 3.6 V6 engine that was putting out 310 horsepower and 266 pound-feet of torque with 9-speed transmission. Now, all this scheme of things is going to give you 328 horsepower and 326 pound-feet of torque through 8-speed transmission, which is pretty neat. So more torque and more horsepower too, which you're going to get out of this engine. Beautiful looking engine. Now, I know that some of the people who are actually naturally aspirated vehicle fans, they may complain about this, but hey, you know what? World is changing. So with that, we'll have to evolve based on the environmental standards, right? Let's get into the vehicle here. But we'll just show you the vehicle, how it looks like from the top. You do have the side rails here. If you want to put the cross rails, obviously you can do that. Acoustic glass before I get into, sorry, I get too excited when I look at a Buick. Look at this. Can you hear this? That's your tempered glass. That's your acoustic glass, right? So just to make your driver experience more acoustic and more comfortable and more refined. Why they didn't do it on the back windows, I can't say that, but they have small tints at the back that can actually work as your noise dampeners as well. Here's the vehicle, how it looks like from inside. Behind your seats, you have a small button, so as on the side button there too. So if you press this, you can move your seats like this. Now, I'm gonna move it back. I'm gonna show you something. So if I put my hand behind it and press this button, you can move your seats like this too, right? So people who are sitting at the back, they can have easy time just getting into the back here. Now they can do this. Obviously, if I'll go this far back, it's going to be really tight, but I can move my seats forward a little bit, right? I have USB-C port here, cup holder space both the sides. So if you have small kids, they can sit at the back. You have air vents on top, as you can see, so as the light control buttons here too, right? And the third row people, when nobody's sitting at the second row, they can just simply press this button, move the seats forward. This is how it looks like. Or if you want to put your legs into this and have a relaxing time, you can definitely do that as well. Since if you're looking at this video, obviously you're a family person, you would like to know that you do have car seat option here as well as on this seat too, which is pretty cool. At the bottom here, you do have separate climate control system, USB-C ports, no USB ports because these ports are faster than regular. 120 at the back, and you have a small pocket space here, and so as more pocket space in the side doors too with the Bose stereo system. Now if I get inside here, you do have panoramic sunroof, which is quite far back here. Now, when I was moving this vehicle around, front seat is based on the way I sit, so as the second seat. Now, there is plenty of space and a lot of headroom too, right? Which is pretty cool. You see this thing, what this is? There are small mics all around the vehicle, so at the front end. These are active noise cancellation mics that detects all the unwanted noise inside the vehicle and cancel it out with the speakers so that you can have a very smoother experience within your vehicle. Pretty neat. Everything is very thoughtful with Buick, which is pretty nice. All right, let's get inside the vehicle here right now. You can see you have power seats with the lumbar support, obviously, which is pretty normal. Bose stereo and a button to open up your tailgate, which is pretty sick. Memory seats on the side, power windows, and of course you have power folding mirrors, right? Which does have blind spot detection as well as the heated mirror option, which is pretty standard in all the GM vehicles lately. All right, here we are inside the vehicle here. So there is a lot going on. I'm going to get into everything one step at a time. On the side right here, you have the drive modes. You can press these drive modes and you can switch into snow and ice, off-road, tour, which is only front-wheel drive, and sport. For all the vehicle junkies, if you would like to know what the mechanics are, it's a front-wheel biased vehicle. You have all-wheel drive option if you want to just hit that. Auto hold if you just wanted to press the brake and make sure it holds when you're on climbing a mountain or anything like that. Nice leather wrap steering wheel with the flat bottom because it's a sports touring package. You do have Super Cruise, which we will test on the highway. I don't know if you're able to see my heads-up display though through my camera, but there is a heads-up display there, which is pretty standard in all the sports touring. There's a nice big screen, which is standard in all the 2025 Buicks and some of the GMs, along with the Chevys and Cadillacs too. Looks pretty cool there, right? Even in this area right here, you can throw your maps in if you would like to have, or you can have your separate maps on the screen here too. You do not have a physical button where you can turn on your lights, so that's why you have all these buttons on the side here. For the controls, for camera, traction control, auto high beams, that's another option you have. Auto park assist, we do have that too. And this is how the 360 camera looks like. Now, one thing I'm really thinking, in the last body style, the 360 camera and the camera projection was quite enhanced. In this one, it's on a very small screen. I don't know why GM did that, but that's just one of the things that they changed, which I'm not really too excited about, but for most of you guys, I don't think so. It will be a concern, right? You do have auto park assist. You can exit parking and actually park your vehicle based on these scenarios, which is pretty common, right? But I won't be able to demonstrate that because look around. Just look around. There's a lot of snow that's all around me, so lines are not visible either, right? You do have your heated seats option here too. You can head over here. You can press it off if you would like to. Climate control options are right here, but if you would like to play here, you can do that. And look at this nice fan actually just swirling all around. Vehicle status you can check in this setting. It looks pretty animated and pretty cool. You can press on all these plus and minus buttons. You can see the brake pad life, all that cool stuff, so as your air quality too. You have a heavy duty air filter inside your vehicle, will let you understand what kind of air is coming inside the vehicle. So if you live in, obviously there are Buick Enclaves in China as well, so obviously you'll get the 200 to 500 rating for air quality index. But in Edmonton, in Canada where I live, I'll be between 0 and moderate, which is 100, right? Which is not too bad. You do have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, which is wireless, and you do have Google setting here too. For example, hey Google, can you increase temperature in the cabin? That didn't work, but let me show you again. Hey Google, can you increase fan speed?
Got it. Turning
See,
up the fan speed.
it just increased by 1. There you
Sorry,
go.
that might not have...
Hey Google, take me to Calgary.
Navigating to Calgary.
There you go. Now it's still in demo mode, so I have to review these privacy settings and make sure everything is good, but right there you go. It's that simple. Just like your Apple CarPlay system, how it works, same thing, right? And of course your map comes in right here too, right? You do have ambient lighting, which I won't be able to demonstrate because it's the daytime, but there is a small light going across right here too. And when you go with the higher trim package, which is Avenir, you also have ambient lighting in the cup holder section too, which is pretty cool actually. You do have a volume setting right here, USB right here, that's the only place you get it, so as the USB-C. Small storage here too, right? Leather seats looks really nice. I'm gonna quickly touch on that. Sports touring, perforated leather seats, nice gray stitchings and white piping on it. Looks pretty neat, right? But let's just get into the drive of this vehicle so I can show it to you how it handles on the highway, and we can chat more about it. Alrighty, so we are actually ready for the drive, and let's just show it to you how it handles on the highway. So far, if you like the review, please drop a comment below and let me know how your experience has been with the older Buick Enclaves or with this one, if you have ever got a chance to drive it at all. And I'm gonna quickly see more controls, and I'm trying to see where the heads-up display option is. I just saw it here a few seconds ago. But anyways, we'll handle that in a bit. Here it is. I don't know if you can actually figure this out or feel it, but vehicle is really quiet when you're sitting inside. It's really quiet. It's very acoustic. I personally love that, the feeling that Buick gives when you're driving this. It's really quiet. If you remember, the acoustic mic there, acoustic liner, and so as the acoustic glass, which is pretty neat. I'm sure some of you have noticed that there is an overhang for this center console. Looks pretty cool, and there's a small storage underneath there too. I'm just gonna take it on a highway and see how it handles. Sorry, for the heads-up display, the buttons were right here actually. You can adjust your height right here. I don't know if you can still see it, but I can. And you can turn it off, and you have the rotation option and the brightness option on the side here too. Alright, so the fact that this one has 2.5 turbocharged engine, even though I personally like the naturally aspirated V6 engines into the GM vehicles, but honestly, even with the 2.5, it's not that bad. Other than the fact that obviously it's going to be a little bit more noisier, but considering the fact that it's a very quiet vehicle, you won't really feel it. But it's pretty decent actually, right? Let me just show it to you. Like, for example, I'm going on a higher speed right now. It just goes. It's not like there is a huge lag or anything like that. There is enough speed in it. Suspension is really good. It has a suspension package which comes with all the Buicks, obviously. FE4 is the package. It's pretty quick. It's basically an adaptive ride suspension that you get for the new Buicks there. I'm just going to quickly take it on a highway. Right now, I'm at, let's say, 99. I'm just going to quickly accelerate and go a little bit higher. Look. Like, you don't feel a lag as such. It's pretty decent, actually. I'm going to try to engage Super Cruise here. Let's just engage. All right, so I'm gonna adjust my steering wheel. It's not manually operated. Sorry, it's not automatic, it's manually operated. And my Super Cruise is actually on. Check this out. Music system is really good too, but I'll let you try that when you're actually taking this vehicle for a ride. Now, Super Cruise is pretty cool. Look at this thing. It's driving by itself. I'm gonna turn on the steering wheel. It's gonna change the lane by itself, as you can see. The only time it's not gonna work is when there's a construction on the road based on the maps. Oh, I'm not asking you to change. Hold on. Hold your horses. I accidentally hit the side button there. But I'll show you something. If I cover this area here, you will see my steering wheel will actually blink, because now it's not able to see my face. And look at this. I'll have to take it off. Now, if I'm not able to focus on the vehicle, I'm too busy looking at the phone, and it detects that my eyes are focusing somewhere else, or I'm unconscious or anything like that, in that case the vehicle will actually shut itself down slowly and slow me down to basically dead end, right? And it's gonna turn on the OnStar, make sure there is a safety and everything, all those things are looked after, right? I'm gonna just quickly open up my sunroof shade, as you can see, so I can get some sunlight into it. But look at this. Feels really good. Now, some of you may be wondering how it's gonna react, hey Vic, when there is a car behind you. I'm gonna show it to you right now. Look at this. Oh, I turn on my Super Cruise, my bad. Look at this. So I'll just show it to you right now. So I'm gonna turn on my Super Cruise, which is on, and there is a truck right beside me. I'm gonna turn on my signal. Look at this. Now it's gonna slow me down based on the speed, based on that guy there, even though he might be thinking that I'm slowing. Why I'm slowing? And look, it's speed myself up, and now it's changing the lane. It's pretty magnificent feature. I personally love that, and then when it's done, it just says auto lane change. Now I'm gonna do it again. People might be thinking I'm crazy doing all this stuff on the road. Now, if you turn on the auto lane change on all the time, it can actually change lane by itself without you even knowing. Let's say if this guy right there, it's in my lane, and if it's too slow and it's not changing the lane, my car is gonna make the lane change based on the situation and the climate, and there's so many other calculations. These vehicles are really smart. They know exactly what they're doing. Wow, this is such a good ride. You do have paddle shifters here too. I'm gonna quickly show it to you. I'm gonna turn on the mode here for low, L6, 8-speed transmission it has, so it goes to 8, right? But if I want to drop my gears, for example, I can go down to, let's say, 5. Obviously my RPM gauge, you can see it's gonna go up, and it rips. For a big SUV like this, it rips. So this was my review on Buick Enclave, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Right, as I said, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to check other vehicles. I'm gonna quickly tag Chevy Traverse, and I'm gonna quickly launch GMC Acadia Denali as well, so you are able to see how those vehicles are as compared to this, so you have a right idea which vehicle to choose from. With that, I'm done. Thank you so much for watching. You have a wonderful day. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Thank you. Wow, this is such a good ride. You do have paddle shifters here too.